to another edition. I win with the nigga.
These restless eyes of mine will sit into my heart and sugar. In a jumbled life of glitter, dream hit concrete, mind all jucker. Tend to think in 1,000 thoughts, I'll pop through north to the boys get bored. Endless stairs in the sinking door, I search for things I don't need no more. Baby, I'm typically every day can't call it shady. I'm airing you cause I'm an anxious state, the worries daily.
Check out the usual.
My cheese, it goes away, I'm handling. I gallivant with darling, baby, jet.
From the picturesque Pacific Northwest and the city of Seattle, welcome inside Lumen Field, where all the 12s make it at home for the Seahawks. Coming up, two teams ready to square up. It's the Las Vegas Raiders and the Seattle Seahawks. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson, glad you were with us, and Daniel Carlson here to get things started. And off we go from Lumen Field. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
What's up? Sam Darn. Thanks for you, bro. Sam Darn.
The first carry for the Spartans. Kenneth Walker. Modest game. Maybe 2 yards. It's second down.
First USC quarterback.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment.
Well done.
Keeps this to a modest gain at best.
From the shotgun, here's Darnold.
Did we catch it? Yes, we did. We got the ball.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like
Great
that
call by
interception,
defensive
human instinct
coordinator.
says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think
Play
that's
out
the
of time,
case.
team.
There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still
Still
connect
this angle.
downfield
Pretty
on
cool.
some of these passes. All proven though, Mike. They've got to identify
Good angle to play at. It takes a while to get used to it. It's better than this.
From the 46-yard line, a second down and 6.
Yes. It's good, like
Keep
when
it
you're
on the
running.
ground with Genty, and he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards, and that leads to third down.
Something. It's on the ground. Hail Mary, one good speed. If you have here. Little grass and little.
Smith.
That's a good play right there.
That's and he's into the end zone.
Touchdown.
Touchdown
Raiders.
A terrific play all the way around. Finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
Daniel Carlson on to attempt the extra point. His kick is good.
Good job.
And the Raiders will take a 7-0 lead.
Good job. Good play. See, I never would have been seen that.
Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off.
That makes it to
following the
where like, that's a
touchdown on the
vision
other end.
that you can play from.
Corey
Quarterbacks,
now
man, that's
returning.
how hard that game is.
Now an opening past the 30.
That vision, you have to look to the left, fully look to the right,
The 35-yard line.
which is going through your progression.
At their own 34-yard line.
All right, here we go. Then there's this low. Look at the safety. See everything.
This drive starts on the ground with Walker. And he works past the 40, taken down after a gain of 7.
Everyone win because you can do safety. Or you can get up there and be running.
Keep it on the ground.
Like a tackle.
Keep it with Walker.
Look how dope this guy.
After a gain of a yard.
Like every position.
3rd and a yard.
The linebacker.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll try and run it with Walker.
Wow, look at that.
He's got a first down inside the 45.
That's how fast it happens.
And he will score.
Significant right there.
Kenneth Walker. Touchdown, Seattle.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back.
Look at that.
Even if the
That's
outset
awesome.
of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do?
That's what I'm dealing with.
Possession 2. Well,
Like I
we
said,
just
if
got our
y'all want to
answer.
play him, capital
They took it
B
down for
I
6.
G G capital O J 1974. Challenge. Eerie. Eerie.
So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
I'm going to go for a pistol. We're going to start from this pistol right here. Pistol
From the
form, mate.
35, it's 1st and 10. From the pistol, Smith. That's caught. It's the tight end, Brock Bowers. And he is out of bounds at the 45. A nice start to the drive. A gain of 10 and a quick first down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
Here's Gentile. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
Hesitate. Oh, wow. Oh, the block is good.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7. Working out of the gun, Smith. He gets this one to Tucker. He'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 4.
In the shotgun, Smith. This one finds Lockett down the left side. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. And that is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision.
And 1.
Gino going to throw for it. Gets that one complete to his tight end Bowers. So some early intrigue as we have reached the end of the 1st quarter. Harris Evans on the scoreboard. Greg and I back in the Great Northwest in a moment.
Nah.
Here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff, the tight end in the running game. And he maneuvers his way forward, a gain of 6.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Oh, you rap.
From the 34-yard line, here's
What's down
2nd and 3.
Flip over this is split up.
The They'll run it straight ahead now with Gentry. And he'll have enough to do the shade. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
On the ground, it's the tight end. He'll take this forward for a bounce five. So, from the 25, it's 2nd and 5. Run for the first time for the veteran Raheem Mostert. He'll get this inside the 20, a nice run. They're in the red zone. It's first down. 2 minutes to play. First half. All tied at 7. We're back to Seattle after this. Gino now on 1st and 10. He's got it at the 7. And the Raiders are going to have 1st and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown.
Las Vegas, first down. 1st and goal, Raiders.
Here's Gentry, and he is going the wrong way, tackled back at the 7.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
A 2nd down throw for Smith. And he's in. Brock Bowers. Touchdown, Las
Touchdown, Raiders.
And what a fitting end to this drive, Mike. It only makes sense that he's the one that gets the ball in the end zone after making a handful of clutch plays prior to the touchdown. That was just a textbook example of one guy taking over the game.
Carlson now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Raiders will move out to a 14-7 lead. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. On the return, it's Rashid Shaheed. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there.
At their own 25-yard line.
The throw on first down is Garner. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete. Cooper Kupp was the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
Pretty clear coming into this game that this offense felt that they had a distinct advantage running the ball. It was a matchup that they thought all week went in their favor, and so far the results indicate that they were spot on.
fine work there.
That's that quick pass stuff. Don't even know if he open. You just figure I'm gonna just throw it real fast as soon as I hike the ball and hope for the best.
Hey, good job. But then
Not really
that
mad.
secondary's coach pulls you over to the side, says, hey, nice play. But next time, let's come away with the pick.
Throwing on third down is Darnold. And that is incomplete.
So with that blitz coming, so it's 4th and 10. This is the type of stuff people quit over.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike.
Only
It
up by
just seems
7.
a bit erratic.
Well, they,
On top of the 2 straight
if they go
incompletions,
for it
they've already
and
turned the
they
ball
don't
over
get it,
through the air. And
a lot of
truthfully,
people always
with how
quit.
dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
No move for the punt team. The offense staying out there for 4th down. They do indeed snap it as they'll try and throw.
See?
That's going to be.
Now you're like, okay, so yeah, I'm getting some points.
On 4th and 1, that was a big ask. And the
Fiddle,
defense turns them
touchdown.
away.
Now, but people quit. Madden needs to work on that. That's what you're gonna say it. Madden needs to work on it. When people quit, like I have great plays that I want to use for content. I want to look at my highlights. But I can't look at my highlights.
Only to the 23.
I get the win, no problem. It's when you get the win, I get to see the highlights. I don't get to see the reason why a person quit. If that makes sense. And I want to see that.
2nd down and 8.
I have to see that.
Here's a handoff to Mostert. The advantage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down. Now timeout Vegas. That is their 2nd. As they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining until halftime. From the gun on 3rd down,
Saw it early. Tell he's gonna get it. Been running all game. I just had to make a good throw.
And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A 3rd touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think
So
from this
he
defensive
doesn't
coordinator,
punt the ball because nobody likes to punt
They
anymore.
obviously felt good about it coming in.
He goes
I don't
for
think
it.
there's anything
Gives
to
me
feel good
great
about
field
it.
position. All I gotta do is run 3 plays. Is it 2, 3 plays in the end zone?
And the kickoff's coming their way. Shaheed now to return it.
It's not a pity.
And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
NFL football. Yeah, that's so. You have to respect what Madden built with EA Sports. It's in the game, right?
We'll go play action with Darnold.
EA Sports. It's
Taking
in
the
the game.
deep shot for Smith and Jigba.
User pick. Ooh, good decision. Clobber. Yeah, that was protected.
We'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. Getting the tight end involved in the run game here. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. And the offense will elect to burn a timeout. 5 seconds remaining in this 2nd quarter. Smith to throw on 1st down. That's going to wind up
man, if I would have threw it, it would have
one more snap here in this 1st half.
Yeah, screw that.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
You block. You go there. You go there.
Now Smith. That's
Over
going to
to
be
him.
incomplete.
Yeah, I was too worried about getting clobbered.
On the final play, prayer not answered.
I was too worried about getting put out the game.
First half will
All
come
that
to an
defensive
end.
player is coming and knocking my block out.
Jason Myers to kick off.
Third quarter
Block.
set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports.
Yes, sir.
And this ball's going to go out of bounds.
Absolutely. And there we have to quit. The famous quit. But, you know, it's kind of cool knowing that I can make people quit. You playing that great, you know, that great at what I do. All right, that's it. Again and again and again.
It wasn't easy, but nothing is. No.
Well, even with all the buildings along the Las Vegas Strip and all the action here, this is one of the city's biggest attractions. Allegiant Stadium opened back in 2020. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Las Vegas Raiders.
Daniel Carlson, the kickoff for Raiders.
And we are underway here in Las Vegas.
7th season, enjoy my boat cruise.
And they will wrangle it down a couple of yards shy of the 30.
Super athletic feelings. Some special excuse.
They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley to about the 33-yard line.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
He's going deep for Brown. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
You get a sense of what this game plan might be. They think they can take a few home run shots against this defense. They tried it there on the opening drive, but that ball's incomplete.
Well, Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Jeremy Chin, so dangerous wherever he's at on the field, and that time he gets in there for the sack.
You have a chance to get the ball. 22-yard.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on fourth down. They'll try to...
I'll take it.
Can't do anything with the
It was given to me.
I'll
take it.
A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs.
All right, boy. Take care of business.
Now Thomas. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal.
Brings up second and goal.
This is Thomas. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only about the 4. A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal.
1 yard on the play. It's now third and goal.
Genty. And they're getting down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on fourth and goal from the 1. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Good job. Way to capitalize off of the turnover.
Fourth down, and on comes the Raider kicker, Daniel Carlson. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle.
We ran 3 plays, we couldn't get anywhere. It's a reason.
So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think
Well, I give you a little
it's a missed opportunity.
We're just getting. Hey, sports, it's in the game.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
I figure they want to do the same thing as before.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
Left in the first quarter.
The defense gave them, only giving up the 3 points in that situation where they bailed on 4th down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
And this defense not giving them anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
All right, this is it right here.
Now a 3rd and 6.
Let's change the game. Change the game right here.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Not good.
And it's taken in by his big tight end.
Not good.
Spins past him.
Look at this, on his feet.
Good man rumble. And all the way down
Great
to
play.
the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that
Great
sets
play.
up a 1st and goal.
That was
They made that way too easy for us.
right.
No one was supposed to be that open
Perfect.
against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody
That's what I
close
gotta deal
enough to
with.
stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
Hurts sets up to throw it. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run.
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action, maybe throwing it.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize.
Touchdown, Eagles! Jalen Hurts on target to Dallas Goedert. And the Eagles are able to answer the early 3 points and take a 1st quarter lead.
Great response.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
And this is no good. He missed it. Not a good start here in the kicking department as this remains a 6-3 score. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But also have to remember they did put points on the board. And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
6-3 is our score after 1. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Yeah. I wanted to throw it, but
2nd quarter
so
from
really
Vegas. The
patient,
homestanding
and
Raiders with a
game
football
strikes
here.
right.
As they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation. Now Gino. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Nolan Smith brings brings him down on the pass rush.
Yes, I will. This ball. I'm not going for it. Great. This
So on 4th down, here's A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders. Reed Blankenship is back deep to return it. Taking it about the 36. Nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Barkley inside handoff. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. Throwing is Hurts. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. 1 yard is the loss. They back up even further to a 3rd and 15.
3rd down.
Hurts. Just a
usual pick.
desperation heave there, and it's intercepted.
Let's
And
go.
the Raiders are going to take
Great
possession as they
coverage.
got it at the 42-yard line.
3rd down pass. Intercepted. The
That's
Raiders
how you
take
play
over
defense,
1st and
ladies and
10.
gentlemen.
The
Watching at
offense for
home.
Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. And the coverage terrific.
Yeah,
there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Geno. They'll get this out to Genty. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. They'll sneak it with Smith. And he is going to have the Raiders' 1st down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Smith now to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't get in. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and
Geno going to hand it to Genty. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Smith will stay out there. The offense is going to go here on 4th down. They snap it to Smith. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
And the Raider 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
To throw is Smith. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Up the middle, it's Genty. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Now a timeout called for by the defense as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. Able to find the open man. That's complete. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A run straight ahead with Genty. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Second down and 8. Now Smith. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. 3rd and 7 now.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Geno now to throw. And that will be incomplete. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Still yet to find the end zone. And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound, Brandon, no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said,
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Here's a 2nd and 3 now from the 33. They'll throw now on the final play. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this 3rd quarter of action. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
Brings up 2nd and 15 at the 30-yard line.
Back to throw, Smith. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
I don't think there's any other way to put it, but that was just simply deflating, because you know they came out ready to go at halftime, right? Everyone motivating each other, wanting to get out there and get going. And that turnover absolutely saps your momentum. Now you're just shouting encouragement to your defense, hoping they can pick you up and give you another chance.
Same stupid thing. Like this. Let's throw the ball in. And I think. So. Play some football.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. Penalty accepted, and that pushes him back 5. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. They go play action with Hurts. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Devin White defeating the offensive line and getting to the quarterback.
A truly all-around great effort against the pass today. First an interception, now getting to the quarterback for the first time in this contest. I think offensively, they just forgot to prepare for him or simply overlooked him in getting ready for this one. Either way, a big mistake, and he's making them pay for it.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Now Hurts is going to do it himself. And this one complete to Smith. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short. They'll set up a throw. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Goddard. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards and a first down for Philly.
Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard
Dotson in motion right. From the gun, it's Hurts. And it's caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Jahan Dotson from 17 yards out. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead.
Brandon, what we just saw there were two guys who were in sync. The person delivering the ball, but especially the person running the route. Tremendous job. It results in a terrific play.
Elliott good on the extra
Score is a
point.
one defensive stop.
His guys will
No
take a
score,
10-point
defensive
lead.
stop. Score again. Not impossible, but possible. Not possible, but impossible.
Touchdown. Here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Yes.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you you show your team that you're still with it and how you continue to lead.
Smith. Oh, the turnover fuss continues. Here's another interception. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering receivers when they're in their zone. They didn't give up a touchdown in the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field, going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there.
1st down. A gain of 11 on the play. And
they're going to look to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
3rd quarter from Southern Nevada. Here's a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And the lead stretches. 16-3 now. Well, they're able to come away with the interception, Charles. They aren't able to move the ball all that much. However, they do get 3 out of it with a field goal.
Yeah, and anytime you do force a turnover, you have to come out of it with points. Everybody wants 6. They'll take the 3 there. Now it's their opportunity to do it again.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Smith. And that will be incomplete as well.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
Here we go on 4th. Smith. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Eagles are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. So still no touchdowns allowed by this defense. They get the interception there. CD, they have been rock solid.
And at this point, I think they have to expect that they're going to see some shots taken down the field. And that was almost a desperation throw right there, just kind of hoping something good can happen, a completion, a pass interference. But this was anticipated well, and they came up with the INT.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Play action. Here's Hurts. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Throwing is Hurts. Now he's going to step up and run. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got him this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
On 3rd down, Barkley. Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Not looking good.
Saquon
Oh, this is not looking good.
38 yards. And the Eagles have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Eagles offense staying out there. Of course, Hurts always a threat to run. They'll go for 2. And this is going to be caught. So they have 2 more in the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. So they go with the pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Ashton Jeanty, 54 yards. And the Raiders are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw he completed a big-time play for a touchdown.
That makes the score Eagles 24. Raiders
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Eagles dodge a bullet. They cover it up. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Hurts sets up to throw it. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. They find some open field here. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. Eagles. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Again, it's Barkley. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The big loss on 1st down leads to a tricky 2nd down. 18 yards to go. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. Down the right sideline. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Take Bigsby. 38 yards. And the Eagles have opened up a 3-score lead as they pull away here in the 4th. So that drive there, CD, a good response, and that might be the one that gets them to the finish line, a comfortable lead.
Yeah, and that's all about not letting the team back into a game because they just gave up a touchdown. It was back to a 2-score game, and anything can happen in that situation. But instead, they came through with a really terrific drive right there that ended in 6. So you like to slam the door on teams. In this case, they're trying to lock it as well.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. On their last time out, looking to repeat that, Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Gets it right back to Mayer. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
That's another Las Vegas 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Over the middle, hooks up with the tight end Bowers. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
That's another Raiders 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 10-yard line.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Throwing again to Smith. Open, it's Mayer in the end zone for the Raiders touchdown. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Raiders have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Now the Raider offense will stay out there as they'll line up to go for 2. Here's Smith. That's caught at the 2.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us. Because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. That one looks like he'll throw here. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
When you're running the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
A handoff to Barkley on the option.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
A loss of 1 brings up 3rd down and 11.
Here's Hurts to throw. He's got Granson as tight end. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Hurts. That's going to be caught. Touchdown. Jalen Hurts finding A.J. Brown. And the Eagles tack on another score as they have dominated this 4th quarter. This has just really been a solid second half from them, CD, as they add another touchdown to the lead and they start to pull away in what was once a close ball game.
Yeah, they actually put the Jets on in this one, didn't they? Put a little cherry on top of that touchdown. Now he's got fun this final minute, and they get a chance to celebrate a very hard-earned victory.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just haven't been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a great way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points and there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
From the gun, here's Smith. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Eagles will take over here as they get up to the 43-yard line. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time, ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
A first down carry for Barkley. A good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Las Vegas.
That's the way the cookie crumbles.